Um, wow, thank you so much. It's such an immense honor to be named to Legends Row, Mississauga's Hall of Fame. I want to thank Carolyn, the City Council, Rob Duquette, and the entire selection committee for keeping the ceremony going year after year. Did I say Rob? I'm so sorry, Ron. Ensuring that this great city and its people are recognized and celebrated, and I am truly humbled to join the company of such inspirational individuals across a variety of industries. And I also wanted to thank my friend Clement, whom was asked to introduce me today. Clement's taught me so much about the value of representation, of execution, and investing in community, and it's an honor for me to call him my friend and partner as we've spearheaded countless initiatives and events over the years, and I'm sure we'll partner together on many more. So gosh, what can I say about Mississauga? Well, it's the 6th most populous city in Canada with a population of nearly 1 million people, or so Wikipedia tells me. But for me, Mississauga was Goldilocks, and by that I mean it was just right. You were never too far from a great party, but traffic was never too bad that it made you want to tear your hair out. You had parks that your kids could actually play at, but you also had mega malls that you could hang out at. You had Tim Hortons on every corner, but you had great pho on every other corner. And not one, but 2 Mandarin buffets in the city for a brilliant Sunday brunch feast. And every time I've been to brunch on Sunday, I've probably seen many of you guys there at the Mandarin, so appreciate that. You know, my parents would drive through Mississauga Road and Port Credit all the time, marveling at all the mansions with the 3 garage doors and wondering just how much money you had to make to afford a place like that. And it's been a pretty wild road for me since then, and I've gotten to see a lot of the world and do many incredible things. But, you know, the more I think about it, the more I believe that the magic was here all along. It was here at Thorn Lodge Elementary, where I went to school. It was literally here at the Living Arts Center where I had my piano recitals. Never did well. It was at Honeywell, where my parents worked for over 2 decades before they both retired. And it was in Erin Mills, where we were able to bring my grandparents over from China to spend the last 14 years of their lives. So for our immigrant family, Mississauga was our happily ever after. I still remember the day that my parents showed me the blueprints of the house that they were going to buy. It was a new residential development off of Winston Churchill Boulevard, which at the time was, of course, just miles and miles of dirt and farm. Our house was the smallest and cheapest model. It was less than 2,500 square feet, but in our eyes, it was practically a castle. I mean, we could barely fathom what to do with all that space, our tiny family of 3 with very, very little in the way of material possessions. My parents had been living off of scholarship money, secondhand furniture, and the discount aisle at the supermarket before they made this terrifying decision to buy this house. And the night they signed the closing papers, neither of them slept for a single second. But still, they were so excited because we finally owned a tiny piece of Canada. And that meant that we were finally home. And thank you. You know, 25 years later, you'd think our neighborhood had been around for hundreds of years. The nearby parks are lush with greenery and filled with the sounds of children playing, and the trees that were once little saplings on front lawns have become so big that they hang over our streets. And somewhere nestled in the middle of thousands of homes just like ours is our little brick house that was once nothing more than a hole in the dirt. And I guess the charm of Mississauga for me is just that. It's that it embodies the immigrant journey and embodies our family story. It too came from nothing, but brick by brick and day by day became what it is today. And I'm so incredibly proud to call this place my home, and to have grown up among this collection of kind, generous, welcoming, and culturally diverse families. You are each and every one of you living proof that happily ever afters are not only possible here, they're inevitable. And you all have a piece of my heart always. Or as the kids say, 905 till I die. Thank you again for this tremendous honor. I really appreciate it.